Hello everyone. I, Farooq Patel from LG School of Law, would like to extend my warm welcome to every viewer in the third session of the advertisement segment under the media law. So friends, in the previous two videos, we discussed about the concept of the advertisement, the concept of the misleading advertisement, its effect, protection which is available under the law, the different aspect such as the Consumer Protection Act, puffing, which is one of the defenses in the misleading advertisement, and reasonableness test as a segment in the advertisement. Now, after that, we discussed about the ASCI, which is an authority to govern and regulate the issues or rather complaints under out of the misleading advertisement concept. So friends, in this session we shall be learning about the Advertisement Act in very brief. So friends, let's get started. As you can see on the screen, the Advertisement Act is generally known as the Drugs and Magic Remedies Objectionable Advertisement Act of 1954. Now, the question, why this act? It is to control the advertisement of the drugs in certain cases. It is to prohibit the advertisement for certain purposes of the remedies allegedly to possess the magic qualities. The act basically prohibits the kind of the advertisements pertaining to drugs and magic cures. That means, my friend, that this act is there to regulate the advertisement segment with regard to misleading or rather over dramatically shown qualities of the magic qualities of any of the products which is there in the drug or remedial segment. So, the important definition that we have to learn is about the advertisement, drug, and magic remedy. So friends, under this act, advertisement includes any notice, circular, label, wrapper or any other document or any other announcement which has been made orally or by any other means with sound, smoke or any other transmissions. Drug, as you can see on the screen, it includes a medicine for the internal or external use of the human being or on the animals, any substances intended to be used for the diagnosis or cure of any human being or any animal for any of the diseases, any article or any other food which has been used or any other components of any medicine or any other substances or article which is referred to all the above clauses. And the term, very interesting my friends, magic remedy, that includes a talisman or mantra or kavach or any other charm which of the any of the kind which is alleged to possess the miraculous powers for the diagnose, cure, treatment or prevention of any of the diseases in human body as well as on the animals, having the influence in any of the way of the structure of the organization of the body of the human and of the animals, of course. So friends, these are certain important sections under this act, that is 3, 4, 5 and 7, that we should be having a look at. Section 3 of the act states that no person shall take any part in the publication of any advertisement in promotion to any such drug or misleading drug for the usage of the miscarriage of the procedure or procurement or miscarriage in the women for the prevention of the conceptions, the maintenance and improvement of the capacity of the human being for the sexual pleasure or correction on the menstrual order in the women. Friends, it is very interesting to note that this act has its own schedule which gives the list of the diseases for which any misleading advertisement or rather promotion is not considered to be the correct one under this section 3. This section is prohibitive in nature with regard to that particular schedule also. Then comes friends section 4. Now this section, it prohibits the advertisement of the relating which is relating to the drugs if the advertisement contains any matter which is directly or indirectly gives false impression with regard to the characteristics of the drug. Section 5, my friends, it prohibits the advertisement for the magic remedies, of course for the said order or for the said treatments or cure or prevention of the diseases in the human body and even in the animals. The conviction, interestingly my friends, under this act is of course the imprisonment for a year and the fine or both in certain cases. That means my friends, section 7 talks about the penalty. So whosoever contravenes with the sections of this act will have the first conviction, the imprisonment which may be extended to 6 months or with fine or with both as the court feels fine And in the subsequent convictions, the imprisonment which may extend to 1 year with fine or with both. But then comes a question that why this act is not effective in its nature. The law would be far more effective if it is prescribed as penalty, corrective advertisements, and heavy financial penalties instead of imprisonment or fine or both. That segment, that is, my friends, that section of the act needs to be modified to make it more effective. The act prescribed imprisonment up to 6 months or fine or both for the first offense, and of course for the subsequent one, 1 year or the fine or the both. This needs to be altered in its own nature. If it is not altered, the effect of this act would be losing with the time because of the petty penalty that it gives. So, my friends, to govern the whole segment of the advertisements, these are the legislation, that is Consumer Protection Act, of course the Constitution of India, the Magic Remedies Act, that is very well known as the Advertisement Act of 1954, and other regulatory authorities to govern the issues whenever it comes out from the advertisement segment. So friends, this was all about the legislation part when we are talking about the advertisement segment. In the next session, we shall be discussing the evolution of the internet, or rather internet as a new media for the advertisement, and the IT Act, of course. So friends, till then, stay tuned and keep learning. Thank you.